Hello again, and welcome to part 2 of A Beginner's Guide to Fold3 Library Edition. If you missed the first part of this series, you may want to pause and go back and watch that video first. Now that we've covered the basics of accessing and navigating the database, let's look at how to use some of Fold3's search features. Before we get into it, let's cover when to search and when to browse. When searching, users can search using names, keywords, dates, places, publication names, conflicts/wars, and more. Searching is the best way to find individual records. When browsing, users can manually browse all the collections, called publications, that are available in a desired research area. Browsing is the best way to see what record collections are available to search in the database. Users can search with one or a combination of the keywords I just mentioned. Fold3's search function also enables users to apply powerful filters and sort options to their search results. Keep in mind, the more keywords and filters used simultaneously, the more specific the search. And the more specific the search, the fewer results. This may or may not be beneficial depending on your goal. The best approach is to start with a basic search, perhaps a name and a location, and then work on filtering down your search results from there. For example, suppose I want to search for a draft card from World War II. I begin by clicking Search in the navigation bar to go to the search page. As I type in the name, you'll notice that the search bar drops down to reveal some options. Here, you see that you can tag this keyword with a keyword type to help focus the search. I select name to add it to the keywords I entered into the search bar. This provides over 21,000 results. Let's pause our search for a moment to look at the search results page. The filter panel on the left side of the page includes a variety of categories with relevant filters based on what records are present in the search results. Notice how to the right of each filter it notes how many record results are included there. 20 results are shown at a time. To navigate forward and backward through these results, select the arrow buttons in the top right corner or at the bottom of the page. The sort feature allows users to organize the results based on various criteria. By default, the results are sorted by relevance, how closely they align with the keywords or filters you have applied. The other sort options include A to Z, or alphabetical order, recently updated, meaning the more recently added and updated records will be moved to the top of the results, and oldest first or newest first. This will be chronological order beginning either with the oldest or newest record. The last button here is the OCR toggle, optical character recognition, meaning text that has been scanned by a computer from a photograph or printed document. The toggle determines whether or not search results containing OCR are included. Each result provides a brief summary and partial transcription of the record, and under the clickable blue link, you can see the title of the publication the record is pulled from, and how many pages or images the record is attached to. You can also see here whether or not the record is digitized and has an image attached, or if it is simply indexed. Now, back to our search. To filter our results further, I select Add a Place from the top of the filter panel on the left. In the window that opens, I select United States of America from the Countries column. You'll notice the states may not be in alphabetical order. Click on the arrow to the right and select the Sort A to Z option. I can then scroll down to the ends and select Nebraska. I can filter further to a specific city, but for this search, I want to include the entire state. I then click the red Add Place button to apply it to my search. I could also accomplish this by typing Nebraska into the search bar and selecting Place as the keyword type from the drop-down list. I then select the World War II filter. This narrows down my results further to only those that are tagged with World War II. Now that my search results are much more manageable, at this point I could choose to scroll through the results to locate the record I'm looking for. However, I can also choose to filter further instead. I now have two options. One, I can type draft into the search bar and select World War II draft registration cards tagged with the publication name type, or I can scroll down and select it from the publication name section of the filter panel on the left. Either option accomplishes the same thing. And as luck would have it, the record I'm looking for is now at the very top of the search results. Here we can see that this record has 2 pages, and it comes from the World War II draft registration cards collection. To view this record, we click on the blue link to be taken to the image viewer. Now let's look at another search example. Enos Robinson, who served during the Civil War, and his wife Mary. We are looking for a pension record for Enos, and maybe even a widow's pension for his wife. Again, we start with a name, Enos Robinson. And we can also add a second name, Mary Robinson. Both are entered and tagged as names. Then use the Add a Place filter, or simply type the location into the search and use the drop-down list to tag it as a place keyword. Next, we add a conflict filter, since we know we are looking for records related to the Civil War. We can use the U.S. Civil War filter, which includes records for both Union and Confederate soldiers. However, we might try either of the other filters for other searches when we want to limit our search to only Union records or only Confederate records, respectively. From the publication type section of the filter panel, select pensions, or you can type pensions into the search bar and scroll to the pensions option tagged with publication type. You have the option of scrolling through the results or sorting further. For now, let's see what we can find by scrolling. So as we scroll, we see that we have several options with the same names. Here we see a Civil War widow's pension result for Enos Robinson. We can see which of our search terms are included in this record as highlighted on the right. We know the soldier we are looking for served in the infantry and that he belonged to Company K, and his regiment was the 144th New York Volunteers. This result has more pages than the others, which means that it's likely the entire application packet for the widow's pension. Using the image viewer, we can see that this packet includes various records. For example, on page 9, we have Enos's death notice from the Surgeon General. We also have a marriage record, which includes Mary's maiden name, Mary Oliver. Page 24 is a reissue to include daughter Esther Robinson Lewis, which includes milestone dates and details about the children and more. Page 115 is a summary that includes pension certificate numbers and details about Mary, Daniel, and Esther. Also included here will be testimony by friends, family, associates, details about a former wife and another daughter, and much more. Thanks for watching! For more information about Fold3, continue on to the next video in this series, where we'll cover how to browse the database. For more information like this on Fold3 and other genealogy databases, or if you're just looking for help with your genealogy research in general, you can view our resources online at www.cascolibrary.org/genealogy, or you can contact us directly by phone at 816-884-6285. You can also send your research inquiries by email to us at askgenealogy@cascolibrary.org.